This episode is all about the next generation. Because let's face it, nobody makes money selling last year's car. You gotta innovate, you gotta come up with new ideas. The car I'm driving right now is my 2005 Ford GT. Serial number 12, that means it's 12th car built. The first 10 cars went to the Ford family, the 11th car was auctioned for charity, and this is the very first customer-delivered Ford GT. This is a recreation of the car that won Le Mans back in the 60s. You know, Ford took on Ferrari, it's a legendary story, and won Le Mans. So they tried to reimagine what the car would look like in 2005, and they developed this car, which is true to the original. And now they're gonna do it again. Ford is back with the next generation of the Ford GT. And I've been dying to get my hands on one of these ever since we got a sneak peek at the prototype, which tragically was not road ready at that time. I think this car just surprised everybody.
There's even a lot of employees in the company that didn't know we were doing it. It was just as much a surprise to them.
And then they took the new Ford GT to Le Mans 50 years after their first legendary victory, and they won it again. You know, when America can build a supercar that competes with the rest of the world, it's really exciting. Now, after 2 very long years, I'm on my way to get my new Ford GT and drive it for the very first time. This is Dave Parasak. He's head of global performance for Ford Motor Company.
That's correct.
And my new Ford GT is in the trailer. I'm going to see it for the first time, just like you are right now, so this is pretty exciting.
Are you ready to see it?
I am ready to see it. Let's take a look. Wow. Looks fantastic.
Mr. Leno, your car.
Thank you very much. Should we give the keys from him?
I didn't get the, he took the keys.
Oh, here, give Dave the key. Give him the B. There you go.
Jay, your new Ford GT.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir.
I'll get your check in a couple of weeks. Don't worry about it. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it just looks great.
This was designed, you know, to celebrate our heritage and to celebrate what's all behind the GT. And at the same time, we had to make sure that this car was everything that it needed to be to win a historic race like Le Mans.
You know what's great about it? It's an actual race car for the street. I mean, a lot of people use that term, but this is designed for track first, street second. And it's all aerodynamics. That's really the key to this car.
This whole car is about aerodynamics.
I mean, you literally see how the air goes through it, through up here, cuts through here. This is amazing.
Well, you know what a lot of people don't know, Jay? This is not just beautiful, this wing, but it's also functional.
Like me.
So the air is coming in,
right,
and it's going through the turbo and it's getting cooled, but then that charged air is coming up through here, actually through this piece, and feeding the motor. It's all been made to increase downforce, reduce drag, and make this quick. She achieves a top speed, Jay, of 216 miles an hour.
Wow. That's faster than many, many supercars.
It is, actually. The McLaren does 205, is what they've stated.
Right.
The Ferrari 458 does 205 as well.
So if I'm on the 405 with this, and the McLaren is going 205, I can easily pass them.
You can easily pass them.
Yeah. So it's practical.
You've been known to get up that speed on the 405.
It's practical. Honey, we can get to your mom's house much quicker. Let me tell you something. It's really a privilege to have one of these, because this is not an easy car to get. This is probably the first time in the history of Motor Company that had to be pre-approved to get a car.
We had roughly 6,800 applicants for 500 cars. So the demand was high, but we wanted to make sure that this ended up in the hands of people who are going to do the right thing with the car. We don't want people to buy it and flip it. We don't, you know, we don't want people just to put them in a museum somewhere. We want them out on the street. We want people to take them to car shows. So yeah, the application process was very lengthy.
And the number of celebrities that called me, Leno, can you get me on that list? Why aren't I on that list? They're furious that they weren't on the list. I said, well, you know, your Lambo and your Ferrari is not going to help you here.
Yeah, exactly. We want to reward the people that have been loyal to Ford, and that's...
Thank you.
There you go.
Since the first day I rolled my mom's Falcon, I have been there. Yeah, see. Very cool. All right, enough talking. Let's drive this thing.
Rotate that dial to track mode.
Track mode. You get right there, don't you?
You're hunkered down and you're ready to go out and attack the track.
grip is unbelievable. You keep thinking you're going to slide, but you don't slide.
No, you do not. This thing just pulls like a freight train, doesn't it?
It really does.
This feels like a race car.
I was going to say it's as comfortable as a road car.
Yes.
I feel like we're doing one of those double mint. It's 2 mints in one. This is so smooth and seamless.
As soon as you hit the throttle, it's instantaneous torque. It's not some big event that happens, but you're rocketing off. That V6 is an angry little motor back there, giving you that power.
Anybody who thinks they're going to miss the V8, you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Well, speaking of surprises, Jay.
What do you got?
That's Joey Hand driving.
Oh, yeah. Wow, how cool is that? Joey is a professional race car driver for Ford. And that's one of their actual race cars. How cool is that?
You're not going to let him beat you, are you, Jay?
Look at you! Good get me! The best video game ever! How cool is that?
Is that all you have, boys?
Yeah, that's all we got.
That's all we got.
I'm carrying 150 pounds of dead weight.
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
so, yeah. All right, let's be honest. Even without Dave in the car, there's no way I could beat Joey. Back in 2011, he drove for BMW and won Sebring and Daytona. And he's one of the winning drivers that drove the Ford GT at Le Mans. Well, I like the name Joey Hand. Sounds like an old mob guy.
That's
Mickey
right.
the Snake, Louis the Foot, Joey the Hand.
Joey the
Joey the Hand. Hey, Joey the Hand driving Le Mans. Hey, well, congratulations. Now, you've had a great career. That seems like it would be the highlight, is it?
It is. Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, Le Mans really is a different race. It's a very fast track. It's wet and dark. I mean, there's so many things that can go against you. In the GTLM class, we were racing each other the whole time.
Yeah.
And I passed the Ferrari at the beginning of the race, and I passed the Ferrari for the last time with 4 hours to go.
Yeah.
And everything in between was a race. It was no cruising. So, I mean, that race, it's one that makes your eyes pop out your head. It's like driving I-5 in the fog.
Right.
That's why I tell everybody.
Now, this is not the car that won. This is obviously a race car.
Right, this is not the one that won, but I actually have the car that won. This is the car, Jay. This is the one that won.
Actual French dirt and everything.
French dirt,
French bugs.
French bugs.
Yeah. French everything.
You know, a lot of factors go into winning a race like Le Mans. Obviously, you need a great car, but it's just as important to put together the perfect team of drivers, mechanics, and support people.
It's quite a process to choose your drivers, and we were approached by agents, the drivers, everybody wanted to be a part of the program. You know, you also got 3 drivers driving this car together for 24 hours. They have to click as well.
Here's a dumb question. They're not driving together. You get out of the car, another guy gets in.
Right.
The integration is what?
Oh, well, I'll let the driver tell you that.
Just from the steering position, the seat.
okay.
You got a guy that likes the car really loose and a guy that likes the car with a lot of understeer.
Right.
It's not good for both, right? So you got to learn to compromise. And luckily, Dirk Mueller, one of my teammates, we raced together for years. We knew each other already coming in. You know, then we had Sebastian Bourdais, and he was kind of our French connection.
You gotta have a French guy here. Come on.
And he's won a lot of championships in IndyCar, really good wheel man.
And I guarantee the French newspaper, Bourdais used to win there. He won the race. And you 2 guys are back here. He is the Frenchman has won the race.
That's the way it was. The week before the race, you do a big a parade, and you sign autographs. It was just Bourdais.
Right.
Yeah.
He's from Le Mans. He was born in Le Mans.
Oh, well,
So
there you
it
go.
was Bourdais and the American and the German.
Well, congratulations, Joe. I mean, it's an amazing accomplishment. Now for the ultimate dumb question. Can we take this one for a ride?
Not this one, Jay. Not this one. But I'll tell you what, if you want, and you'd be the only guy that's ever done this, you want to drive the one that Joey was just driving?
Can I do that?
You can do that.
Cool.
Get your other foot in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, that's about as good as I'm going to get in there.
Goes in with his wallet too and everything.
You have your wallet? No, you don't.
His keys and
I don't trust any of these. Oh, I got one already. I forgot about that. Yes!